Hey, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday. What is up, all ye gamers? Quantum, first? I think you are, yeah. It's the first that I was able to see. Why am I short today? I feel like I'm short. There we go. And Tired Potato, hey. What's going on? Jug, hello. How we doing today? Alright, not too bad. Yourself? Johannes? So hyped for tomorrow. Tomorrow is, oh yeah, new PoE League tomorrow. Hell yeah, it snuck up on me, which I'm glad for. Because I usually, once I realize that it's happening, time dilates itself. So, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. There's a new Styro Pyro vid, that was awesome too. Nice. You're a proud short king? Yeah, you can't pull that one on me. Life is too much all at the same time, and I don't like it. Oh, I'm sorry, Potato. I get it. I understand. Ugh, isn't it though? But hey, if being here, you know, even distracts you from that for just a moment, then I'm happy. Too deep. DS is at best 4'4". Try 6'2". I am no short king, but I will take king. I will take that. I will sit upon my tall-ass throne, where the old ladies in the grocery store ask me to get the thing from the top shelf for them. That's my secret superpower, is that I can always reach the top shelf. And I also cannot fit in a lot of cars. And I don't have enough legroom on planes. But you know what? I'm always reaching the top shelf. So there's that, at least. I am 6'2". Gonna say 5'11"? No. No. My chatters, my sweet chatters. I am a tall boy. 5'6" or 5'7"? I'm tiny? So you can be the short king, then. As a 5'3" potato? Well, that's pretty big as far as potatoes go. Most potatoes are smaller than that, so you got the good potato genes, I guess. Quantum with the 60 stream streak. Cray. That is cray indeed, brother. I think that might now be like the longest one. I think Brett had the other longest one, and now it's you, because something happened. Somebody snuck into his room in the night, in the dead of night, and assassinated his poor streak. But yours is still going strong. Very cool. Very incredibly cool. Well, I hope everybody is having a decent week, a good middle of the week. Had a good Wednesday. We're gonna go back into the factory today and just work on the garage again, because I feel like it was almost there last time. I just needed a little bit extra. Hey, Popeye. I'm like 5'9", 5'10", and I'm still growing. Ooh. You may take my place as the tallest in the chat. So far, nobody has said that they're taller than me, so I guess I just get to look down on everybody. My height. I said my height. I was hoping GZ and I had the same height too. No. No. I can't keep up with the stream anymore. Yeah. Or the streak. The streaks are... Yeah, streaks are kind of cool, but, you know, if you can't, it's no big deal. I still like seeing you here. Pocket! What's going on, dude? Hi! The garage with the trucks that won't use any of the bauxite? That's the one. That's the one, my guy. And Quantum is taller than me, too? I'm the little kid hanging with the adults. Yeah. They'll just have truck paths that make it look like they're delivering bauxite. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the truck paths, but I guess we'll have to just see how that goes. Because, you know, trucks are kind of stupid. If you've used them even a little bit, you know that. But we'll just see. We'll see. I wanted to use them because I haven't really done anything this scale with trucks yet. Yeah, Jug's a Deadeye main. Jug, you branched out a little bit last league, though, didn't you? You did a little bit of caster action. Are you still, you're going back to Deadeye? Hey, Matakeen, what's going on, dude? How are you? Yeah, for PoE League Starter, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really still want to do something with explosions. I'm thinking something with like purple explosions. I gotta get some of those in. So maybe just like a, I don't know. I guess I could just do like cold dot or something. I haven't done a comfy cold dot occultist in a while, so maybe that would be nice. Maybe that would be fun. Oh, I'm getting Wi-Fi soon, and we'll probably start streaming. Hell yeah, Potato! That's awesome. Well, what are you gonna be playing? Are you gonna be playing Satisfactory as well? Play a few characters and finally organize my stash tab so I don't have to do it again every league. Good man. That's a tough order to part with those and organize that stash. Just do explosive arrow Deadeye. I've never actually done that. I know explosive arrow totems is like insanely good and very comfy, but we good. Ready to get overwhelmed again with satisfactory projects. Nice. That's what I'm doing here today. That's what I'm doing here today. I'll just say Deadeye for everything. Deadeye's pretty comfy. I did league start a Deadeye ice shot like a few leagues ago and it was really nice. But that was when Vengeant Cascade was on the tree. Whatever they decided to make that mistake. So maybe that was why it felt so good. So many games that I think I'll stream me playing the old RE games. Oh, nice. Very nice. I never played any of those old RE games. I only played the remakes, really. Like, the remake of 2 is one of my favorites, and then I played, like, 5, skipped 6 because I heard it was garbage, and then I played 7 and 8, and then I'm still thinking about pulling the trigger on getting myself 9. I really want it, but I'm not sure if I can justify the $70 purchase for a game that's gonna last me like 15 hours. What you drinking? I got ginger tea myself. I have some blueberry pomegranate acai tea. It is delicious. Well, it's almost gone, so that's unfortunate, but... Did anybody check out the curvy building I posted in Cool Builds? Them curves. Yeah, they are really curvy. I was actually wondering how they might have accomplished that. It looks like for the little interior black walls, they might have just used, like, a bunch of overlapping regular walls. I'm not sure, though. But it is beautiful. Yes, it's an art piece. It's a postmodern art piece. I love factories that look like that. Hey, Death Switch, what's up, dude? I made an oopsie. What oopsie are you making? Grew up playing them, but don't remember them well enough that would help me in the suffering. Yeah. Well, now you've had some time to separate them from the modern games as well, so I'm sure there's probably some suffering that you don't even remember that you'll be reintroduced to. Especially control-wise. I know those older games, they're rough on the controls. They commented about their technique and linked the YouTube vid. Oh, that's sick. Okay, okay. I love that. No gatekeeping. Share those techniques. But my hub near my storage bin of nuclear waste. This seems like a good place for this. That's funny. Alright. Let's hop on over to the game. Hop on over here. I did a little messing around with it, trying to blueprint this thing on my own, and it is a lot of pieces. I didn't realize how many pieces I was actually, like, building into this, and it is a lot. It is actually a lot. So I have the bottom and, like, the supports as separate blueprints, which I think is working for me for now. So I'm gonna try and grab the top section as well, and just see if I can kind of tile them along the bottom of the building. We'll see how that looks, if it needs any adjustments once there's like a bunch of them. Accidentally. Well, you gotta deal with it now. And what mechanics will benefit the most from Mirage? Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to make all of the mechanics benefit from Mirage in some way by giving them some bonuses. Like they said that Expedition, or not Expedition, Ultimatum would specifically have like new types of catalysts that you can only get when you do them in the Mirages. Which, that's really cool. I always like when they do that, when they like rope the old League mechanics into the new system to make... You know, it sucks if you feel like your favorite mechanic gets left out and you're like, I can't do this now because it's not worth farming. So, hopefully they do that with all of the mechanics. That would be pretty sick. Super spicy. It's near uranium, plutonium, and fixonium storage area. That is extra spicy, my brother. How are you planning on fixing that? What's the plan? What is the plan there? Oh, I guess I don't actually grab that. I just grab this. Some leagues will benefit more and some less. Yeah, but the goal is that they all benefit somewhat. They don't even have to benefit the same amount. They just have to each have something that everybody wants. That's all that really needs to happen. Which, you know, they kind of already do that. Like, I feel like the game is already balanced very much around every league mechanic having something that everybody wants. So as long as they just continue doing that, they literally only have to add one worthwhile thing to every league mechanic, and it will be worthwhile to do everything. I hope they manage that. That's what I'm really hoping for, because that's when the game is at its best. Is when every mechanic is worth doing. Because then you feel like no matter what you're doing, you're still making money. And you get to do what you like. So that's always the best. I love that. Build an also shop, buy some iodine-infused filters, and quickly fix the mess. Before they run out. Before you run out of filters. They burn through really fast. I didn't realize how quickly the iodine filters burn away when you're just like hanging out in a radiated area. Hey Zach, what's going on, brother? How dare you? This stream with a lack of trains. No, this stream, it's even worse than you think, Zach, because this stream is all about trucks. It is even worse than you could possibly imagine. You probably came in here like level 1 upset. I'm here to tell you that you should be at least like level 7 upset. We are a truck family now. Hey Rice, what's going on, brother? Been taking a break? You've been taking a break from ye old factory? What you been gaming on instead? Reach phase 4 and gonna start big. Hell yeah, Jug. That's what I like to hear. Have you still been struggling to put down foundations, or are you you feel like you're kinda over that? Have you begun in earnest and actually made some progress? No. No. No, the trucks, no. It's okay. You'll learn to love it. You'll learn to love the trucks, I promise. They're really cool. You know, we still have trains, but we just also have to give the trucks some love, because they're cool too. They're cool too, you know? And talk to HR about this. Speed kills, don't say anything. Don't say a single thing. Do not. Playing some Stardew, not feeling factory lately. Hey, that's completely fair. Sometimes the factory just needs a little bit of a break. A rested pioneer is an efficient pioneer. We all know who loves efficiency. Need a little bit of a micro break every now and again. What you been doing in Stardew? I know since it's like the 10th anniversary of Stardew, a lot of people are going back to it. You know, are you playing vanilla or are you playing modded? I must say with 1.2 like just around the corner, I am playing this game a lot less. I'm basically not playing it on my own time. I've been doing farming and vintage story. I've been doing my own farming escapades. Tell me you unlock Mark 5 belt, Mark 3 miner, you truly get the potential of the game. Yeah, you really do. Crikey, what is up, dude? Thank you for the big cat. Still struggling to get over my decision paralysis. I see. My trucks always turn into each other. Yeah, I'm anticipating a lot of that in this section. But also, I'm going to give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt because I've never put so many trucks in one area before. So I'm going to test it out. We're going to try it. I don't know how well it's going to work. It might be completely broken. Probably will be. Also, I don't know that these belts are even going to copy over. I think I'll probably just have to do these by hand. But we're going to try it. We're going to try it. And if they suck, whatever, it'll be funny. You know? Almost a month. Yeah. Waiting for 1.2 to come out before moving forward. I feel that. I get that. Knowing that there's an update coming out and, like, I play a little modded, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait for that. To, like, really keep playing. I get that. And just being excited for the new features. Like, you don't want to... You don't want to play yourself out before the fun update. You probably want to be fresh, mentally fresh and ready for the update to happen. One where I wasn't having fun, overthinking everything. Nothing's good enough. Just need a break. Yeah. Taking a break in the middle of a project can be actually really good too. Because you'll come back and you'll, you know, you'll see what you had left behind. You'll make judgments on it. You'll figure out what you liked and what you don't with a new perspective. It'll be good. Alright, I think this is pretty much the top. This is pretty much the top part. Good. So let's grab this. I guess this is like the buffer. Buffers. No crash. Okay, thank you. We'll just carve that out. One week, 5 days remaining before it releases on XP. Yep. Yep. It's exciting. We'll finally get a full list of features. What's going to be in the update. Because we still don't know. Still have absolutely no idea other than selfie mode. Which, you know, photo mode improvement's great. But it's definitely making me a little antsy. Wanting to, like, really know what's going on with it. Because there could be anything in there. I mean, I guess we know that there's fluid truck stations, but like, if those only knowing about those two features is kind of maddening a little bit. XP is experimental. It's a beta branch that you can opt into. So it doesn't hit the actual game, so that it doesn't like fuck with people's stuff and be unstable. Because it probably will be unstable. It'll probably break some stuff. Let's run this power a little bit more intelligently too. I think this will be well hidden enough. Many things they've just yet to tell us. Yeah, it's a big surprise. It's a big surprise. I mean, for them to call it 1.2, like if you're thinking about the same kind of scale, content scale that they had for 1.1, I'm expecting it to have quite a bit of stuff in it. And all we know so far is fluid truck stations and selfie mode. So that's not like anything. We know nothing. No, absolutely nothing. Oh, hello? Tired playing another game? Very true. Having a little bit of a break is good. It's healthy. Especially when you're going back and redoing projects. Because then it can really feel like you're making no progress at all. It could be very debilitating. To want to, like, move on and progress, but you just feel like, you know, oh man, I'm in the middle of this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Game will be there, though. The game will still be there. When you come back to it. And it'll be even better with 1.2. Get back into the childlike mindset when it comes to building. You first jump in and build because it's fun, and not because you're trying to impress. Yeah, it's hard though, isn't it? Because you have to, like... You have to deal with judging yourself and your builds based on a new standard that is ever increasing. It would be great if it was so easy to just get back to that mindset. You kind of have to actively force yourself to just build stuff because it's cool. Rather than, you know, it's cool to you, and you're just kind of flowing with it. Other games? Anyone else excited for Crimson Desert? Is that related to Black Desert? I haven't really seen anything about it, except for one clip of somebody, like, gliding. It's not like a flying mount system that looked kind of cool. Alright, this looks like it lines up pretty nicely. It does take a lot of resources, though, so we'll have to... This will be a very slow process to get this thing replicated. But I think it's looking good. Like, I really like how they look when they're tiled.
The number of followers has just increased by 1.
And Bars, thank you for the follow.
Something right.
Last 300 to 400 hours has just been rebuilding, so it's been tiring. Especially with the new tracks, and some of it has to be changed to accommodate the new style. Yeah, I bet, like, that kind of falls into that category of feeling like you're redoing work. I know it's new and it's exciting in a lot of ways, but it can definitely be hard when maybe you just want to, like, see something new. And you can't. Because you, like, man, I just need to, I need to keep building. I need to keep going on this project. Sorry, I do completely understand. It's mentally taxing. There's a reason we say this game is a hobby and not a game. Oh, that's too low. Music you learned to do that? Actually took that advice from Hans Zimmer and his take on the Dune soundtrack and how he wrote it. Oh, really? That's neat when you can kind of apply that from one field to another. From one thing to another. Oh, I'm gonna have to change my default color. I don't want to have to keep doing this. Play till 400 hours and start all over again. Are you feeling like you're gonna continue, Jug? Or are you gonna do that again? Go to my creative save and build with no limit just for a break. Yeah. I've been doing building on Vintage Story recently to try and take a break from Satisfactory, because it feels like a completely different vibe. You get, it's not like no pressure. Probably more. But everything's a lot more simplistic. You know, there's none of this shit. I'm just building like a farmhouse. It's great. I guess that kind of helps with, similar to just going playing Stardew. Because, you know, you don't have to worry about complicated logistics production chains. You're just like, I'm building me farmhouse. Watering me crops. Going and petting me dog. Test different concepts and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, without any, like, worry of how this is going to interact with the rest of the game. It's completely consequence-free. Massive new RPG. Been on my wish list for a long time. Comes out the 19th. Nice. Nice. Is it... So it's not an MMO? Yeah, let's see if I have spooled up enough resources. I have, actually. Okay. God, that gets so insanely laggy when I try and place it down. Maybe it's good that I did it in 3 parts, then. My usual to grind to 400 hours and start to build perfection. Yeah. So is it more so that you're like, you can do the grind, but once you start trying to build perfection, you just kind of overwhelm yourself with decision paralysis and can't continue? What the fuck, you gotta chisel out all those blocks for design? Yeah, but I'm building something realistic. I'm not, like, in Vintage Story, I'm not building anything crazy artistic. I'm just building off of, like, reference material. I mean, think about all of the shit that I have to do in this game, and then combine that with the fact that I have to take into account every other thing I've ever built also to make them fit cleanly together in a logistics chain. And, like, that's already way more than I would ever have to worry about. It's a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of work, and sometimes there is some design work that I have to do, but a lot of the times it's just, like, building from a reference and a lot of repetition. So it's really not bad. Really not bad. Click. Lag. Insane lag. Single player akin to Skyrim or Red Dead Redemption 2. That actually might be really sick. I really liked especially if it has, like, the same combat as Black Desert. Combat in Black Desert is super good. I need more quartz for that. Okay, I actually don't need that much for the buffer piece, so I'll just do that one. Yeah, Rice, go ahead. Yo, you guys, if I I am all about propping up people in their creation. So if you have like if you have passion projects that you like to share, if you are making content and you truly want to like share it around, I feel like that's the hardest thing to do, is feel comfortable like sharing your content. So go ahead. I have absolutely no problems with you guys sharing that stuff here. You don't even have to ask. Same goes for anybody else. If you've got stuff that you want to share around, that you're proud of. Disappears for 3 months playing Vintage Story, making corner molding. Hey, it's only been a month, alright? But I do have almost 100 hours in my save now. Watching your Colossus on the side screen. That's what it's here for. It's here for background. And you can glance over occasionally and say, ooh, ah. Oh yeah, I might have to design this one a little bit differently because this is the aluminum area. Okay, so we won't do that quite yet here. That one might need a different design. But I can do all of these. Shared screens in my smooth railway construction, for example. Yeah, and literally anything. Anything that you're proud of. I share it up. Of my passion is to piss off somebody commonly known as DSGZ. Well, you've already been doing that. So, well, now you're just retroactively asking. You're at the point where you're asking for forgiveness rather than permission. Hey, if your passion is taking the piss, then go piss, girl. Yeah, Rice makes some cool fucking videos. Big train energy, big road energy. Presented by Rice. Roads by Rice. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I blueprint this already? I sure did. So I must just not have touched this one. Let's do that one too. An Amelie of the Sea made? Yeah, another interchange. Dude, that thing is amazing. Did you ever... Rice, I was gonna ask, did you ever, like, finish up the remake of that interchange of the turbine? Because I know you were working on it. Or was that too recent and it collided with your break? AI Jeezy, don't even joke about that. Don't give him, don't encourage him. He's enough of a shit poster on his own. Oh, it's not quite right. A lot of my inspiration from real life roads and interchanges. About 50 pictures of interchanges. Yeah, I know. Part of the reason I'm taking a break. Need to rebuild the outpost. I know exactly how I want the tracks. Have to execute it perfectly. So yeah, it's the one by the water, right? That little outpost that you want to swing the tracks around. No. Do not. Like, actually don't do that, Jug, please. That is not an okay acronym. Not a joke. Stop doing that. Do not make it a thing. There are memes, and then there is just like that is fuckery. That is too much fuckery. All right. Especially because that doesn't. You know what that like? Nobody's gonna interpret that correctly. That is going to be misinterpreted. I'll drop that. Thank you. Track will swing around in one continuous curve to a long straight into the new interchange. It's gonna be a nightmare and fucking epic when it's completed. I know it will be. I know it's gonna be the smoothest goddamn curve anybody ever done seen. I'm really excited to see it when it's all put together. But yes, I could also imagine it being a complete and total nightmare. Can you do the UPS thing? Only left turns? What, with the trucks? I don't know how the trucks are going to be pathed. They're probably just going to follow the curve of the road straight. They're not really even going to do a lot of turning. They're just going to like exit and then come back. I do need a turn here though to get them to turn around. We shall have to see. It might be a good idea to start maybe pathing some of the trucks. I guess I don't have anywhere for them to go yet, so I kind of can't do that. I need to go get more quartz. Okay, let's go get some more quartz so that I can continue garage blueprinting. I think that's my main limiting thing, is the quartz. You know the UPS left turn thing? I actually don't. Are they only able to make left turns? Like Derek Zoolander? Got a bank instead of a turn? Yeah, I think it's gonna swing out like a curve. It's gonna be curvy. Ooh, I love those little ports sticking out the bottom. That's looking great. Alright. Let's actually go the correct way. I always leave going the wrong way out of this building. Yeah, it'll probably be like a subtle... Well, as subtle as possible, because it has to be a pretty tight turn. Curve at the end. Which... Yeah, I don't know how that's going to fit into the design of the building. It might be nice to have it stick out past the end. But we shall see. That's a whole nother project in and of itself. The scale of this building really is just so insane. Like, even doing 5% of the building is just like a multi-day project. All right, let's go load up on quartz. What else do these blueprints take? A lot of. Concrete, but that's probably okay. It's mostly a lot of quartz. Yeah, for the spine. I could grab some iron plates too, I think. Oh, reinforced iron plates actually for the road is pretty big. How does that take 900 quartz? It actually takes up 2500 concrete as well. So concretes, plates, rip, and quartz. I'm making one right turn and crossing the traffic. Waiting on the signal. UPS forces the drivers to make 3 left turns. Saved a lot of fuel and reduced accidents. Oh, I see. They proved it works 100% as well. That's interesting. Hey, Feldy. What is going on? How are ya? Yeah, by like instead of making the one right, they do 3 lefts. I guess that makes sense. Got a headache the whole day, but at least I have progress on my factory. I'm sorry to hear that. I've also been plagued with a bit of a headache today. But, you know what? The factory progress makes it worth it. You still been working on redoing your starter base? Now I need food. Food. What you having for food? I'm just gonna take all. Quartz is something I need so very much of. And we go back. We take a hit. Get lit. So I don't die on the way over. Do British roads? It's in the US? Wait, yeah, what? I assumed it was from driving on the other side of the road. Left turns are a lot more dangerous. Working on starter base. First level is done with basic parts. Also did a little architectural development with John Hersmet. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Hey, Biggest. What's going on, dude? Hi. Hi, hi. Might have confused left and right. Oh, okay. So it was actually that they can only make right turns. I see. They're just not allowed to make left turns. Oh my god. Why does it say missing concrete? I have concrete. Oh, it takes 13 more than I have in my dimensional depot. I guess I should have grabbed some concrete as well. Left turns are seen as inefficient because they leave trucks sitting in traffic longer. Logistics company says a policy of minimizing left turns has helped it save more than 10 million gallons of fuel over the past decade. Yeah, here in Michigan, there's like a policy on left turns. You cannot make left turns in most places. You have to get to a place where you're able to make, like you can't cross the median, and you can't make left turns at a lot of stop signs. They force you to like wait until you're at a place designated to do a U-turn. And then, so you're only allowed to make a right. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Because, like, a lot of left turns are predicated on people's ability to do right-of-way correctly. And, like, understand protected lefts. And that just doesn't... Some people just can't do that for some reason. Why is this one offset like this now? That's weird. Okay, that should be good. They can make some to get to places, but they're fined by the AI, which monitors them if they take too many left turns. Sorry, can't do it. I've made too many left turns today already. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I guess to keep with the design so I don't have to redo the blueprint, I may just end up doing this arch like out past the edge of the building. Yo, Lotador, what is up, gamer? My dude, my bro. My bro, my dude. My man, what's up? Yo, I'm in a lot of hype, if you get me. I get you. I get you. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. PoE just around the corner, dude. I have actually been able to dodge a lot of the hype because I forgot that it was happening. Thankfully. So I'm gonna be logging on blind tomorrow. With no plan and no care. And it's gonna be great. What are your plans? What are your league start plans? Necrobob, Lifestack, Animate Guardian again. Nice. Does that work as a good league starter? Because I know you were telling me that it, like, scales incredibly well. I'm gonna have to wait for concrete. Okay, maybe I should... I'm gonna get some containers of commonly used materials again. I think that was a good idea. I like the way that these roads are slotting in, though. I think they're looking really nice. I do kind of want garages underneath these, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna actually be able to do that. Because this is very inset into the wall. And like, what is this even gonna be for? I don't know. Possible league starter, diagrade to test run. 7 hours, 7 minutes. That's a damn good time. Well, for me. Basically garbage. Nice. Yeah, I can do this at least. I might just do like a cold dot. Just like a comfy cold dot to get me off the ground. But I didn't know yet what I'm going to do. I guess some of these stick out more than Kind of want them to. Last time took me 37 tries to get your Ellie head of the spectrum. I remember. You were really struggling to get that. Yeah, I hope you can get your hands on it in a reasonable amount of time then. Oh, there's a new cold dot skill? Oh, I didn't even know. That's pretty sick. Maybe I will do that then. I love, what is it? Vortex? Vol Vortex? The one that just centers around your character and is like a short-lived, high-powered righteous fire kind of skill. That's so much fun. Maybe it's Vol Cold Snap that I'm thinking of. I don't remember. But big plus for me is having a Vol variant on one of the main skills. That's huge. I love having an ultimate. No, I haven't. I didn't even know it was a thing. You'd not guess what it is. It's hilarious. Yeah, I know nothing about it, so what is going on with it? Why is it hilarious? Siphoning trap of pain. Is it pain for the monsters or pain for me? Because I have to play siphoning trap. It loses the leech and gains damage. Actually competitive now? That's pretty sick. That's pretty neat. Time to add a 7th button to the cold dot rotation. Alright, that one is in place. Very good. I unfortunately missed a single half foundation on this pillar, so all of them are going to be fucked up, just like this one is. I really like the light strip on the side of the road. That's so good. How are we looking at night? Pretty good. I think the pillars... The lights on the pillars are a little bit too inset to the point where you can't actually see them all the way over there. You have to be a decent ways away. Which might be okay, because I do like the little bit of depth that it gives them. The garages on the side, though, are looking exactly the way that I wanted them to. I gotta get a little bit of extra detail. Searing Bond, Totem of Detonation. Nutrimax totems summoned, all of them explode. Oh, that's kind of fun. 30% more damage per totem. Really fun stuff. So you just get to max totems as quickly as you can, and then they detonate them. That's neat. I do really want to do the new holy skills too. Those look fun. What am I trying to do? I need a little bit of concrete. I would kill to have curved road markers leading into the garages, but I know those are a pain. Yeah, I would like to have some kind of road markers coming in. That would be nice. I don't know if I could do them curved. I mean, I could. I've seen curved sign setups before. Oh no. Okay. It's getting really laggy to try and place some of these down. I'll do is mule a holy strike from long neck to necro. Oh yeah, because I guess that is a minion skill, so you can have like maybe a competent early leveling setup for minions that includes that. That's a pretty sick idea. I like that. Oh, I start putting the truck stations down too. Okay, this is not going to work without power. The level 1 skill instead of Glacial Hammer. I did see Ziggy's video today. I did see that. The eulogy of Glacial Hammer. It looks really cool though, as like a... It looks like a more appropriate Templar early skill. I'm excited to see how it scales up with speed. Just see them absolutely bopping. That plus, like, Smite could be pretty fun, I think. Plus, Vol Smite is one of the sickest skills in the whole game. So you could do, like, the new Holy Hammers. You could just have a whole suite of holy skills now. And a lot of minion skills to choose from. It's nice. It feels like they've buffed that archetype quite a bit by just adding some new cool stuff. I'm gonna try and stream from another program. PC hates OBS. You think it's just OBS that's causing the problem? And the only other one that I know of that is, like, still around is XSplit. Sure, there's more. That's the only one that I am aware of. Have to stream because surely I will drop a mirror this league. If you want the streamer luck, yeah. Then you gotta be live. This'll be the league. You know what? I think it'll probably be the league where I drop one too. I tells myself. Confidently. Oh yeah, I gotta connect these up from the top as well. Yeah, I guess those will get connected up later when I know what's actually coming down through this space. Got ads coming up 30 seconds, guys. Just do be aware. Sorry if talking about streaming is off limits. No, it's not off limits. No worries. I need to blueprint this thing too. Which, I don't know if it might be easier to just blueprint this in the designer. I don't know how I would get the exact angle on this though. Maybe I could nudge it into the designer at that angle. Let's try. This is why I like Stardew. Number go up, neuron activation. Monkey. Return to monkey. Yeah, you don't really have to like, you have to think about a lot in that game. It is nice. I think it's going to tell me world buildables can't be connected to blueprint buildables or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So my problem is I can't actually select some of these things. Let's just try it. Maybe I won't miss that much of it. Yeah, we'll miss the little tube. Little tube. So I'd have to nudge that in. I could just blueprint the cables. In the top. Same with Schedule 1. Been playing that a lot since the new update. Oh yeah, that's the Drug Empire game. Yeah, let's see if that's fucked up or if it actually worked. I know, disable brain is kind of nice. I mean, it is offset, so it's kind of weird. I can nudge it in place. And then just build that in the designer, I think. Pretty fun. Scratches the same itch as factory, but not as brain melting. Nice. Yeah, because you can get like some automation going with that, right? You like hire employees and stuff to do things for you. I need 8. I feel like it's not even that hard to find something that scratches the same itch as factory. Like, I find that a lot of survival games actually scratch the same itch that factory does. But that's probably just because I spend most of my time beauty building and not actually building factory. Like, some days I won't lay down a single belt the whole day. So that's probably like a me thing. I just like making pleasing aesthetic designs. I can get that in a lot of places. I mean, that said, I guess I always do come back to satisfactory at the end of the day. So it's got to have something that other games do not. Want to play, but I know I'm not ready yet. We'll just be flying around staring at things. No, you are not yet ready. You are not yet ready to return to the factory, young Rice. You will surely be defeated. You must take your time. You must be patient. Return when you are ready, and not sooner. Okay, I guess I maybe don't put the signs down because they're going to be opposites. I can put these signs down. Oops. Actually, are diamond signs kind of sick? Kinda. Took a month break before I overhauled the fuel plant, and it turned out amazing. So I'm just waiting for that aha moment. Yeah, where you're like lying in bed, and then something just strikes you in the dead of night. It'll happen when it happens. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, my poor, poor blueprints tab. It's already so full of shit. I just cleaned it. Wait my whole life if I wait for aha moments. What gets you into building your factories then? If it's not... Do you get those aha moments or do you just not spend your time waiting for them? Are you like... Do you just go? Oh, I need another one right there. So I feel like I end up with a lot of aha moments and I have to like write them down so I don't lose them because I know that I won't be able to actually get to them in time. Wait, is that the right height? I think I might actually be too high. Yeah, a little too high. Changed my entire style. I'm into the ultra clean look. Like the plastic and new fuel plant. Yeah, so you're just like, now it's time to change everything. Like, I'm glad that I don't have a single distinct style that I build in. I can appreciate when people do that though. But it's hard. It's hard to stay consistent with that. Like over the course of many, many builds. I also feel like it's very stifling. When I just want to build the cool thing, but it doesn't align with the style. That's why all of my buildings end up looking like Power Rangers, like standing next to each other. They're just all mismatched, miscolored. Just keep trying it until I get burnt out, and I come back again tomorrow. Eventually I settle for what looks kosher, and then I still don't like it later. Yeah, that's just it's a perpetual fight. Perpetual fight with your past self. There we go. That's better. I try not to go until I get burnt out, because I know that I will. I know that I will, and I will cause myself problems by doing that. Okay. I try to just keep going. Why did this change its color again? It's nice to have a break. It's nice to have some breaks. This one is also weirdly offset. I don't know why. But it works. And I can just put the signs on manually. For the flow. I built Gru's car from Despicable Me. Put a screenshot of it in the Discord if you want to see it. I don't think I know. Actually, funnily enough, I do know what that looks like. Because I watched it. I watched Despicable Me 3, I think, with my niece and nephew the other day. Very poignant. That actually, wait, that's not satisfactory. What is that? What are you playing? That looks pretty good, though. I thought you meant insatisfactory. What game is that? What game that be? Reflect on my previous builds, but just end up falling into rhythm and build similarly next iteration. Well, you might just have a style. You might just have a style that you favor. Trailmakers. Trailmakers. This is just a bunch of building vehicles. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Floor holes don't get translated in blueprints? What? Or are they just invisible in the... Okay, good. Alright. I was about to be really sad. This one is missing a couple pieces, though. Love building jets and planes in that game. But that's not really fun. I do like games where you just build vehicles. Like, I played a lot of Space Engineers a while back. And that was pretty much all I did in that game. Until I figured out that you could make elevators. And then all I wanted to do was make an elevator. And it's weird how much time I spent on that one project. Oh, that's why this is like that. Because I'm saving it. Also probably back in undefined. Okay, let's see how this is... No. I mean, it's exactly the same. It's just a little bit of extra support on the tunnel there. Very good, very good. Make artificial limitations for myself, and that seems to help. My biggest one is not flat floors. Yeah, that helps. That's why it's so hard to make buildings that are just like flat boxes. That's why one of the biggest things that helps me is making a building in an area that seems difficult at first. Like on some weird geography. Because then you have that limitation for yourself already. It's baked in to the landscape that you're building in. You have to think very differently. Like, this build has been a little bit difficult for me. Because everything that I'm making has to be, you know, you're carving it out of open air. Instead of building it into something. I think after this build, I'm gonna go back and try and build into some cool geography again. I guess that is another difficulty with trying to make a really big build, is that building into geography is innately more difficult because you are going to run into problems with space. So I'm glad I did it here, but I wouldn't want to, like, keep doing this. P models of each of the R22, C-130, F-22, F-15, F-16, and F-35. Those are jets, right? I recognize the F. Yes, sir. Well, cool. Is that game pretty much just for building? Like, is there an overall goal that you're using the vehicles to accomplish, or is it just like a build-in sandbox kind of thing? R is for recon, F is for fighter, and C is for cargo carrier. Oh, okay. I never knew that. I guess it makes sense that they're categorized in that way. Ooh, yeah, If I could pull this out away from the wall a little bit. I kind of do have the same problem over there. Like, these things don't need trucks. But I don't know what else I would put down here if I didn't do the trucks. I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't really make sense to do that. I could just have this half of the building have something else. I'll just have to figure out what... There's a story plot if you play the campaign. But there is a no-hold sandbox mode. Okay. It's gonna hurt. Ow. Did that even change? It did. Yeah, like a little bit of a guide. Like a little bit of a reason to do things. Oh, these need supports as well. I think I remember the supports being a little weird. Because they spawn sideways. Oh well. C-130s have been used as long-distance fighters. The C-130 Spooky. I love that name. Versus the Jumbo C-130H Hercules. Thing sounds sick. Oh, he's a beefy boy, eh? That's so cool, man. Get rid of some of these trees. You know, I didn't have much to say about that other than that's cool. It's just cool. I just like seeing it. I just like appreciating a good, good plane, train, and or automobile. Am I out of power again? Also, what's up with this guy? He's not actually on anything. Oh, there was a third bauxite here. Okay. This is gonna be a really cool... Ooh, Barry. This is gonna be a really cool little logistics area. Hercules can shit tanks out of the cargo bay and can carry 2 to 4 Abrams tanks. Oh my god. The tank mother. That's cool. I guess C for cargo. The cargo is war. I think that's position. I don't really have power, so it's hard to get up there and look. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, more power. I can change all these signs. I think I need some sort of pillar in the middle of these. Because it looks a little flimsy still. Oh my, it looks so good though. I think I might just have to put the kibosh on the elevators. I don't think they're really doing what I need them to do. I'll have like a dedicated spot for them. Maybe at the front and back of the building, where it's a little bit easier to open up that space. And I think this one is actually going to be where the batteries are made. So this one might not need a truck station either. I kind of already baked in the location of the elevator to this, didn't I? Hmm. You know what? I kind of like the idea of having it be like this. So the elevator can come out and go to the side, so it doesn't take up all of this space. And to make the building look a little bit more supported. Do more of these over here, because I think this looks really neat. I just think it's neat. And let's try and mimic this on this side. I think this is gonna go. Yeah, I guess I want it to be able to go both ways. So I can't have it come out the side. But I could have it come out the front. Right here, and then turn to the side. And go there. So maybe I'll move the buffer containers to the back. Like over there. Have the pathway be slightly different. I guess this is a benefit of doing this entire thing in chunks. Is that I can just redo this top bit. I don't have to blueprint the whole thing again to make a single change to the top. Something like that. Let's focus on the support pillar first, though. So I want to get this building looking like it's actually supported. Or at least like I tried. Oh, I mean, I could also kind of leave it the way it is. Because half foundations coming up like this would leave a gap in the middle. That you could walk through. It'd be pretty tight, though. Maybe not. Maybe not. If you remember the more recent Transformers movie, when the soldiers are in Qatar, a Spooky provides air relief with a sabot cannon. I do remember a little bit of that. Is that when they're fighting the big scorpion? That like burrows under the sand? Yeah, I remember that. I remember. I don't know why I remember. Okay, that looks much, much better. We'll just path out of that. So that way I'll have full support, half support with the buffer, full support, half support with the buffer. I could do different lights on these ones. You remember because men love explosions. Yeah, I guess so. Guess I can't escape the innate part of me that just wants to see shit blow up. There definitely is, like, yeah, something in me that I'm just like, oh, that's sick. Dude, I went for a walk yesterday. It was a really nice, like, hour-long walk along a lakeside. And I found this sick stick that I was carrying with me the whole way. It was so nice. And at the end of the walk, they put it next to the start of the trailhead for some other lucky, intrepid adventurer to find. Dude, I don't know what it is. There's definitely some kind of, like, I am biologically inclined towards a cool stick. I am. It's gotta be said. So, I get it. The explosions, probably, as well. I just can't help it. I do like this little support. I'll do some of this on the top of this guy. Could also kind of mimic this. Just a bit. I don't know. I'm fucking with this design a lot. I am. But I think it needs a little bit of a shake-up. Some other sick stick enthusiasts will find it. I hope so. I hope whoever finds it treats it well. I actually woke up today and my hand was sore because I was swinging it around. I was using it as a walking stick and swinging it around and like flipping it. I was out with my nephew and he also gravitated towards the big stick. It was amazing. It was like one of the best bonding moments. It's just both, just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he's 3 years old and I'm almost 30. We both just have a nice love for sticks. It was amazing. It's one of those common denominators you have with most men around the world. Big stick cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Big stick cool. Just good, clean fun. That's a little too boxy, eh? But it's got the right spirit. I think I just need to actually do like a ramp. Like a series of inverted ramps. It's like, what, 5 meters down on that? Yeah, those things make me feel very connected with the rest of humanity. Like, yeah, we got our differences, but if we could all just come together and appreciate a good stick, I think everything would be okay. I think I want some white trim on this. If I do black, I'm gonna do white trim. If I can target into the wall here. Do some white trim, maybe replace the top bit with frame? Like a good frame? I want it to be a little bit thicker than that. And then it's really hard to do the 4-meter one. Maybe I could clip it in. No, because then it's going to come through the bottom. I guess the whole thing needs to be at least the 4-meter thickness to be able to do this. I believe I can accomplish that. No, get back here. I don't think it comes out at the right angle. And there's not enough space up top to fill with frame. I don't know. Let's toss some in here. It's also going to clip out the side. What if it's just white instead with no trim? I think the trim is making it look not so good. I feel like it should start curving up sooner if I was going to do that, but can't really do that with foundations. I would have to use a different piece. People write books about understanding men when all they need to know is big stick equals good. Not that complex, man. Just want a big stick. Kind of boils down like 90% of human history, doesn't it? I really like the support that just goes all the way up, so maybe I won't do this little arm. It might look less supported, but it might also just look better. Let's try one more thing. Only thing better than big stick? Poking fire with big stick. You could really extrapolate that to every form of entertainment now. It's just poke fire, big stick has become like video game. Just want to be entertained and have a cool stick. That does kind of cover up the bottom, unfortunately, but maybe it's fine. And then I'd have to make a unique piece. But I want to try out this little damper pillar again. Maybe I could reuse it. I have been reusing some of my designs, and I really like this piece. There's a game about digging a hole. Where's my fire poking game? Oh, it's in the works, I'm sure. I'm sure it's in the works. There's mundane slop everywhere. If you can find a way to make it sell to people who want friend slop, then like that's your ticket. Maybe I could make a bigger version of this, because this pillar is really cool, but it is also kind of small. The stick is not big enough. I want to know what it would look like if I painted it all pink, though. It looks pretty good painted pink. And then just need the lights to change. Ooh, that looks pretty good. To make it bigger, or just like drop it down a little bit. I feel like this in-between bit could just extend. My DT teacher chucked a bin at a student, knocking them out because he thought they were going to stat. What the fuck? That became very awful very quickly. What the fuck is happening at your school? That just sounds awful all around. He did not get fired. I mean, if he's trying to help, I guess. That's still fucking insane, though. Dude, I'm so glad none of that shit ever happened in my school. We had our own brand of weird shit. We played a game where we just tried to see how frequently we could kick each other in the nuts. Which was really fucking weird. But like, nobody was permanently injured. Probably. Probably. He's a very chill teacher. Except when he's anywhere near a bit throwable bin, seems. Then it's on. Okay, I really do like this piece. I think it's working well. Insert jackass theme here. Yeah, right? Hey, Brett. What's going on, brother? On a kind of weird exploit for Subnautica. Everything works when it's like 1% from deconstructed, and I keep most of the mats. Yeah, but it looks like shit. Interior designers hate this one weird trick. That's the ultimate spaghetti. That's the Subnautica equivalent of spaghetti building in this game. Hello. Everything is see-through? Yeah, I know exactly what it looks like. See-through with like the little ghost and just some tiny little bits of the building. Yeah, I mean, have fun with that if that's how you are choosing to exploit the game. Oh man, I might need an extended elevators mod. I'm really worried about that though. Really worried about that breaking everything. I don't think this is what I want to do. I do want a support coming out from here. But I think I'm going to make it a solid straight line coming up. Just have foundations. I think that'll look better. The entire base has phasing. Oh, well, at least it won't get stuck in a monster pack. That's pretty good. Oh, there's a double piece for this that I could use. Make it a lot easier. Something like that. I mean, that doesn't look particularly supportive. I think it needs to come down at a different angle to look like it's actually doing anything. But it doesn't look terrible. It's an attempt being made, at least. I could close the top off, too. Or do, like, 2-meter foundations at the top. So it's not completely closed. But there's at least something. An attempt is being made. And that lets me keep the little area down here for adding signs to as well.
The number of followers has just increased by 1.
Hey,
You must be
Styler
doing something
Toasty.
right.
Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Here for the first time, watching for 10 seconds, sees the station and the overall building. Yep, this guy can build, like, damn. I'm glad to have made a good first impression. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, we're about day 3 into this this lower garage area. And it's finally getting to the point where I'm really happy with the way that it's looking. Thank you so much for the kind words. Could you arrive now instead of the, probably 10 hours I've spent so far just staring at the wall? Fortuitous timing. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get a good little support going for this in-between section, because the building sticks kind of quite far out, and I don't like these. They are too far down, and they kind of rob... They rob the little garage sections of their ability to stick out past the border of the building a little bit. I think I'm on the right track with this guy. I think I might actually have the solution to why this looks problematic. Because this is going to have a light strip running up it, and it has kind of depth. It has some depth to it. But this one doesn't yet. But if I do this, we could get it to have a little bit of depth and shape. And if I do concrete pillars, I mean, actually, I kind of like that. Let's try the concrete pillars, though. It does look really great. But I get that. The beginning to build in this game is so hard until you're onto something. Yeah, when it's just in your head, and it's not real yet, it can feel really difficult, like you're just kind of sitting there getting nothing done. But once you start going, it's like a completely different beast. Once I feel like I have a good foundation, some good foundations down, I'm like in my flow state, that's when it really takes off. Okay, that helps to add a little bit more structure and depth. I don't know if that's the right color. Gone way better too. Thank you, Brett. I definitely have. It's really fun looking back at some of my old builds and seeing how far I've come. Make a dark... Ooh, oops. Didn't mean to tag that. So I can darken it up a bit. Unfortunately, these concrete pillars don't really paint the way that I want them to. So it might be better to just do like a dark color, like the carbon steel. It's like we do have some ads coming up in about 10 seconds as well. I've not taken a break yet today, so now might be a good time. We can come back and work on this pillar a little bit. I do like that. That actually looks really good, and it'll look even better once I put some lights on it. So, yeah. I'm gonna go take a quick BRB. We're gonna stand up and stretch and get some water. And then we'll be back, and we'll keep working on these little design elements. Maybe duplicating some more of them around so I can get this bottom floor looking a little bit prettier. I'll see y'all in just a few. They're liking the wedge on the column? Yeah, me too. We'll keep developing that in just a few when I return. Feed the pit god. And water the streamer. Perhaps they are one and the same. Alright, be right back. All right, hello, hello. I'm back. Let's keep on building. Keep on going. I think I missed a couple messages too. Contrast of colors while keeping a general palette per area, the complex group of shapes, and sometimes some attention to detail like railing and safety RP stuff in regards to how I've grown as a builder. Yeah. I'm definitely more aware of the things that I try to do to make factories look good now, which is very nice. Having that awareness is very helpful. I'm not just... I mean, sometimes I am still doing stuff just because it's, like, cool to me, but I will also try to apply the design elements that I've learned over time to those things. I think that definitely helps. That helps keep things consistent. The trucks. Bless the heart of all trucks, honestly. They struggle, but we love them. We love them regardless. Okay. How's this looking? I think the center big pillar might have to have a different light, because it looks like... I want it to contrast a little bit. I don't know, maybe it could just be, like, white. And we're gonna do a vertical gradient. It'd be boring if it was superstructural boxes. I think it would still be really cool to see someone who is like an actual architect be build stuff in this game. But yeah, in my case, I don't understand any of those principles, and so I'm not going to try to adhere to them super strictly. I'm just going to try my best to make something that looks really cool and make it look like I at least tried. Like, you know, I always say I'm not an architect. If an actual architect looked at this, they might recoil in terror. But I mean, it looks like I'm trying, you know, and I think that effort is like 90% of it in a game. In reality, effort is not 90% of like a safe architectural design. But in the game, the fact that you put effort into something is like, that's night and day. So that really helps. Tasteful clipping. That helps too. That helps too. Gotta keep it tasteful though. You gotta make sure that it doesn't become untasteful clipping. A very real risk. I'm new here, but may I ask for a favor? Well, it depends on what it is. Really struggling with building belts in small, good-looking way over middle range distance. How do you deal or build that? Yeah, I'm more than happy to help answer that question. So, belts over middle distances? Well, I'll say first that trucks and tractors are designed for moving resources over medium distances that belts might seem just a little bit too long for, but that might not be the answer you want. So in the case that you actually want to like run belts over medium distances, I would say become very familiar with the curve build mode and blueprints, snapping blueprints together. I think, wait a minute. I'm trying to think if I have anywhere that I can show off. I think I do. I have one spot. I have one spot that I'm more than happy to go look at real quick. So what I like to try and do is have a blueprint that has like as many, you know, it has like 4 or 5 belt stands on it. Little lengths of belt. If you use, there's a placement mode when you're putting down blueprints called auto connect, and it will let you just string belts together over like long distances very easily. So this is one of the places that's supplying aluminum inputs for one of my aluminum plants already, and this is the print that I have. It's just like, I'll give you a look at it. It's just like a couple short sections of belts, elevated. There's a hypertube on it as well, but you don't have to do that. And then like a power connection. So I really like this print. And then you can switch to the auto connect mode. Your first click will connect them together, and then the second click puts them down. And you can get like really nice smooth curves on your belts to run them between locations. You can get this in whatever configuration you like. And then this is the end result of doing this, is you can get like really nice smooth curves of belts just elevated above everything. I have them going above my tracks, so they're like along the curvature of the tracks. This is probably the longest distance belt that I do, because usually for long distance stuff I do trains or trucks. But something like this is definitely very helpful. And then you end up, you know, maybe eventually it looks like this, which I think looks pretty good. You come in a train at the perfect time. Perfectly timed train. Give that guy a bonus. I don't know what he's doing, but I love him. So yeah, I hope that helps.
If I was programmed to experience joy, this would probably bring me some.
Ada likes it too. Maybe one day an architect will do a reaction to your builds. Actually, that would be so sick. That would be so sick. I would love that. Alright, where? I'm going that way, okay. Kind of off course a little bit. Making those roads really set your save on the right track. The, really established your lane. Yeah, they could have the modular roads. I mean, that, like, those plus the train tracks that I made have been absolute godsend. Absolute godsend. For making sure that, like, I always have the ability to run new infrastructure where I need it. It's very good. Would absolutely recommend that. Architects do make some cool stuff. The structural engineers show up and crush their dreams. And after that, the budgeting department shows up and crushes everyone's dreams. Yeah, that's why I like to play Satisfactory. Might not enjoy my time as much as a real-life architect because, you know, of all of the dream crushing. Actually, what I had some way in mind, but I always struggle to design it in a beautiful way. I won't steal it, but that gives me so much inspiration. Yeah, for sure. Dude, steal away. Art is just creative stealing. Also, just realized after checking on YouTube that I watched a ton of your videos recently. Finally started playing the game again on console after my PC wasn't able to run it after update 5. Oh yeah, hey, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that you finally made the connection and come on over. I love seeing that people are enjoying the videos. I'm trying to be a little bit more console cognizant now, because I know that a lot of people are playing on console. So, you know, some of my older videos have not perhaps aged very well for console, but trying to make that connection for myself. Yeah, welcome back to the game. Welcome back to the game. So was update 5 the last time that you actually played before you came back this time? Oh, come on. Yeah, let's see. Does that look okay? Just kind of ending in the sign. I don't like that as much. I think I like the open white. That looks better. I'm worried about the lighting at night. Might need something at night, yeah. Look good to have signs that go around that. Let's try that. I just watch your vids to run up the views. How kind and considerate of you. Oh, let's turn the sun back on. The whole new game after update 5. It's honestly even just a whole new game between update 8 and 1.0. Because of the Dimensional Depot. I feel like that is such an immense game changer. So yeah, I can't even imagine how much different it is now from update 5. I need a shorter sign. Day-night thingamod. It is called Sky UI. It is, yes. Oops. I guess I'm just taking a hit of that for fun. I wanted this thing. I hate that the borders of these are different. But I guess it's hard to tell unless you're really close and paying attention. Back while Corona lasted? Oh man, I haven't heard it called that in a while. Online school and played it non-stop. And Morin's so bad to play that game again, and I was really worried about the console version, especially with the controller, but it feels great. I've heard that it's very well implemented. I've not given it a try myself, but I'm glad you're able to play it again. It sucks to have a game that's like really enjoyable and you can't play it because your PC just disagrees with you. Okay, that looks great. This is slightly too sticking out. So much building and creativity going on back then. Felt like only boxes and hardly able to clip. Yeah. It's really nice to see the game evolve in many ways. I guess not least of which is the people who play it contributing to the architectural design space of the game. I'm happy to be one of them. Okay, that looks really good. I'm worried that the design of the piece below it is clashing with it, though. I mean, maybe I could just do this all the way down. I'll try a different design over here, like a slightly different design, because I do like this. I don't want to tear it down. That was the satisfactory trenches, placing one foundation at a time. Yeah, it's crazy to me to think that there was a time before zooping was in the game. It makes me realize, though, that the game could be completely unrecognizable like 5 updates from now. With how much stuff was originally not in the game. Like, hey, 5 updates from now, we might even get a better blueprinting system. Oh, that's actually wrong. Placing foundations one at a time? Yeah, that's not... That is not the play, Chief, I must say. Why is it so bright right here in this one spot? The blessed outer curve extension. I like the reflection on the ceiling? Yeah, me too. I do really like that as well. Ceilings are a little barren. I mean, I guess they're not as much once this thing gets in place, but yeah, maybe they are still a little empty. I don't know what to do about that. Just run some beams along them, I think, and it'll probably be fine. Yeah. Okay, let's get another one of these going. Hey, Bodenhood, what's going on? Hey. And the fluids might work. 5 updates from now? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, alright? Alright. Did really great. It was a great game, and now it's even better? True. True. My shit-talking is from a place of love. Truly do love this game. I want it to be the best that it can be. What if there was more pink on the inside? Like in the empty areas of the roof? Yeah, we could do that, because it's a little bit... It's very gray. It is very gray. Missed the screen from update 4 or 5 of the particle accelerator. English help. I stared at that for like 10 minutes until I started playing. I never saw that one. But I've seen the particle accelerator, and it is a cool building, worth staring at. I don't actually even remember what the update 8 one looked like. Now that I've been staring at the marching fleet of birds on the 1.1 start screen, I don't even really remember what the 1.0 one looked like. Let's try and bring this one all the way down without doing the rounded pieces. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess the problem with trying to do that is that this actually needs to be, like, slightly nudged outwards. Because that's thicker than a normal foundation. This needs to end in something. Okay. No, I think I have the solution. Fluids will work before GTA 6. Oh, that doesn't really mean much. That's like that's a non-starter. You've just said an empty sentence. Oh, those are 2-meter foundations. It's hard to see in there. I mean, it's hard to see the roof. But I really enjoy listening to it. Oh, listening to it. Okay. Yeah, the machines in this game do have really good sounds. Ooh, the accidental stripe is kind of cool. They do indeed have very good sounds. It's something that I didn't really even notice because I play this game with, you know, like I have my sound on, but I'm listening to music most of the time. So I don't really notice. Yo, Doug, what's going on, dude? Looking sick as always, obviously. Thank you. I'm feeling better, though. Oh, you mean my factory? Thanks. Looking very Doug, as always. Was the 1.1 fog worth it? I don't know. What changed with the fog in 1.1? I didn't even realize there was a change. Because I basically played with fog disabled. Because the northern coast, the northern forest has really, really buggy fog. Or it did, I don't know if it still does. Oh, you mean my Doug? Yeah, your Doug. Your Doug is very Douggy. I just wanted to point that out. It's nice when people notice. Watching the particle accelerator sounds so cool, how it gets faster and faster. Yeah, it seems like a really cool machine. Need to get my hands on one. I've never actually used it. I haven't gotten to the part of the game where particle accelerators become a thing. You dig his Doug? Yeah. Yeah, I do. You signed up for the fill the map and not the race? No, I have enough stuff going on with my own projects when I'm dealing with, actually pretty builds. I kind of just want to fill the map with garbage. The French team is kicking our asses on building the racetrack. We need you. Dude, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry. It's just not in the cards, man. I didn't realize it was a competition. That we were all just in it for the love of the game. They're finishing the Eiffel Tower right now. No joke. I thought they finished that like 100 years ago. How old is the Eiffel Tower? I don't know. I have no concept of time. It wasn't a competition until the French started making the other teams look so bad. Oh. That makes me want to get in there even less. That's a lot of pressure, brother. That's a lot of pressure. That's how you set up for the fill the map. And yeah, you can fill it with garbage. That's for number nerds. No, I want to fill it with, well, I mean, you said that it was like Big Booty Tom's factory. If I'm remembering that factory correctly, it was very much not garbage. It was just a lot of efficient factory, but it looked very nice. I really want to do... I just want to disable my brain, use the default fix-it swatch, and fucking build like a bunch of platforms. Run all the machines at 10%, then the map is filled. That's a bit of a cop-out, don't you think? No, you just keep building until the map is full. It's not about the map being full, it's about the journey. It's about getting to that point. You know, it's about the machines we place down along the way. It is like Booty Tom's, except nobody is living up to that. No. No, definitely not, but it's fun to try. So how far along is the race then? Is the construction for the race? Is there even a build limit? Yeah, but apparently it doesn't really mean much anymore because you can just change it to make it larger. Oops. Like, it's more of a recommendation. My game is already a little struggling with the point that I've reached. And I'm like... I just recently crested 500,000 items, which is only a quarter of the build limit. The inherent build limit. And like, I'm already receiving some performance hits. Like, I had to degrade my settings the other day. Wonder if that looks better. It definitely looks more plain. Oh, I really like it though. I like that one on the left, even though it's very simple. Is it possible to do Tom across the map? So they're balancing aesthetics with numbers and efficiency. I gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't want to really do any of the numbers. I would just, I kind of want to show up and just like build. But I've been focusing on a lot of other stuff recently. I have not had time to even think about that. Each team is at a different point. Race is in August, but there's a lot to do. Around the map, racetrack, testing, finalizing the race mods, sponsors, prizes. Oh, yeah, you see you're like going all out with this. Hell yeah. Okay. Hoping to have the track fully built in the next 12 weeks, then the rest of the summer doing the other nonsense. Yeah, make sure everything like works. I like the round column with the wedge support versus the flat column. They both have their perks. I like that the beams go all the way down this one though. I wonder if I could just have both. I could just shove some billboards inside this. The tower, we had 500 racers and gave out 2,000 in prizes.
Like this.
It's gonna be even bigger.
The number of followers
Officer
has
O'Gyphil
just
cheered
increased by
X1
one.
and
You
like
must
this,
be
like
doing
this.
What the
something right.
fuck? Oh, Doug, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the treats.
Officer O'Gyphil cheered X100.
Oh, Brian
and like
thinks your
this.
name is Doge. Thank you for the 200 bits. Also, Barra Brava, thank you for the follow. I think that popped up like right at the same time and it just overloaded. I couldn't hear anything. This building is fucking gorgeous. Thank you. You're gonna hate me because I'll probably lightly hound you about contributing to these events, but I will make it worth your while. We'll see. We'll see if I can find a way to like balance my current projects. I would like to contribute. I really enjoyed seeing the corporate ladder. And it would be cool to be a contributor in that. I think that light needs to go all the way up. Maybe that's the problem, is that the light doesn't go all the way up. Officer Doge must be related to that 0 horsepower guy. Yeah. Tell me about this guy. He sounds terrible. Oh, he's the worst. It is really hard to get that lit, though. Thank you for the kind words, though, Doug, and for the bits. Yeah. I think it would be fun. I've got a bad habit of starting projects before my other projects are done. I'm gonna have to see if I can stop doing that. What does he do? He's a shithead. He's an antagonist. Oh, those are at the wrong angle. Okay. Looks like he's not here. I'm not going to talk too much shit about him if he's not here to defend himself. Yeah, I know, I can't. I can't. We gotta wait until he's at least here. Nah, he's a good lad, but he does like poking us with a stick. Me specifically. I shouldn't say us. I think he just enjoys poking me with the stick. That's not really what I wanted, but... I could do without the set text here. But I don't know, let's just go down this rabbit hole for a second. I mean, that's a little silly. It's possibly too textured. He compliments your builds, pesters you to help with a community event, and then showers you in biddies. Then yeah, we the same. He's... no. He does not. Oh, I need to flip these around. Also, the gradient doesn't extend into the pillar, which is kind of rough. I admire how forward you are, Doug. I think I could probably accomplish what I want by just taking some of these and running them down the length of the shaft. I'll just paint those white. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. I'll go back to nighttime in a minute to check on this. Close. Not quite. Okay, now I can hide these in the back of this. Hide these small billboards up here. I could stop hitting the same exact keybind 10 times in a row. Okay, not exactly the same on that one. Okay, good. And one more. What is that? What is that hiding down there? Who are you? There's one leftover portrait sign. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's pretty good. Still gotta add the pink to it. I think I do like that design a little bit better. I like the wedge just like terminating into the pillar, but I feel like there's too much clashing. Okay. Well, to be fair to the right-hand side pillar, there's one more thing that I have to try. There's one more thing that I have to try. I'm going to grab this. We're going to attach this to the right-hand side pillar as well. Because this one might just look weird because there's no light on the top. Delete this. Delete thin. Maybe that'll make the transition look better. It does. It definitely makes the transition look better. Compare them at night, too. I don't know. What do you guys think? Right or left on the sports? Because I am struggling to decide. I guess the left one doesn't have the pink yet. I might actually be leaning back towards the right-hand pillar, where the supports just, like, kind of end in the white. And don't go all the way down. Right? Right one? Right? Right one. Okay. That seems pretty unanimous, and I think I'm leaning that way too. Okay, let's do the right one. Alright, then I'll finish adding the pink to this one and blueprint it, and we can tear the other one down. Thank you for your input. I shall take it. Maybe it'd be easier to grab these from the other side. To get them aligned and then move them over. Pink OP. Pink is honestly OP. This is such a fun color scheme. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving working with this color scheme. I'm also glad that I've learned how to make better supports than I was making when I was like working on my rocket fuel plant, or my turbo fuel plant. Oh, there we go. These signs are differently laid out on both sides. I know why, though. These ones are not nudged enough into the wall. They still not? There we go. What the fuck? Hello? It must have gotten offset at some point. That's weird. Fixed. Having the shape up top also is kind of nice, because it contributes to the motif of not having all curves down here. Because this shape is kind of the same. It's very similar. But I didn't really have any other things that looked like that down here, and now I do. Okay, I guess maybe I should make this pillar. Should make this include the inside. So we'll go around and replace all of these. How does that look on the inside? I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah. Very cool, very cool. Let's turn the lights back on so I can actually see what's going on down here. Then I have to figure out how the elevator is going to connect back to the buffer area. Which it should line up very cleanly right there. I just have to move the containers themselves. So containers probably end up on this side then instead. It's hard to say because I don't know what's going on above this. Oh, look cool seeing the northern lights through the bottom looking up. Oh, I missed the northern lights completely. But yeah, it does, eh? We got a lot of really cool colors in this building. Actually, let's go over to the front of the building for this. Guys, come outside. You can see the stars. Just jump over here. God, it takes me so long. Now that's what I'm talking about. Can't quite get far enough away. Hold on. Yes. Dude, the northern lights, I might have to get... I don't know if there's a mod that toggles the northern lights, but I kind of just want to record all of my footage for this building with the northern lights in the background. That is gorgeous. I'm in love with this building. Holy shit. Oh, it gives me goosebumps. Beautiful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's coming together. Feels like I'm getting a lot of, like, the structural pieces in place, too. A lot of the important pieces. Looks great. Thank you. Damn. Damn indeed. Dude, this is one of those moments where I kind of step back and look at the thing that I'm working on and I'm like, shit, I didn't even realize it was that cool. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. It feels good to see some of the work that I put in pay off to create something cool. Especially when it was just a big frame of regular foundations for so long. Alright, what goes on down here with this? Maybe I could just close it off with more of these. Oh, you know what? I think I have an even cooler idea. Since I'm doing this over here, I kind of like this. I'm gonna use some quarter pipes for stuff. Because I rarely do that. But I think this building is the perfect place to do it. This will make the supports look a little unique. This needs to remain open. I guess means maybe lower that down so that this is the top level. Because I want this to be accessible for the belts. It's like we do have some ads coming up in about 30 seconds, guys. Well, I like the little inlay here. Actually, that looks great. Maybe I will turn the lights on because my flashlight makes this hard to look at. That looks really cool too. I don't actually have that much space though to work with. Maybe another inverted corner pipe here. Kind of clipped in. This is how you get that, like, postmodern art piece look. Just use quarter pipes everywhere that you can. Yeah, we'll just leave the bottom closed. Ooh, I really like that. That's good stuff. And then this needs to stay open. And I guess there might be a reason that I'd want to get down here. So, like, the elevator could stretch all the way down. Very long, very large. How does that look? This looks kind of weird now. And maybe I'll just, like, repeat that, but over here. I don't know. I do like that shape. But it contrasts very weirdly because it's not as smooth as this, but it's also more smooth than this. I don't know if that's too many shapes. Too many different shapes. Plus, then you've got this going on with the roads. I would like to run this underneath, like, all of the roads. I don't know. Also, how's this gonna go if I stretch this all the way up? Is it gonna hit the train station weird? No. You know what? I think it will actually hit the train station in a really nice way. Because that will come up right here, which leaves just enough room for the trains to go in and out where they need to. And it will kind of unify the building. It's not helping. Let's just get this stretched all the way up then. I was working on a little train station design up here, but I mean, it looks okay. But I would rather the entire building just be under the same motif if possible, and stretching this all the way up be a great way to both do that and make it look like it has some support beams going through the whole thing. I like these little windows on the side though. Maybe I'll keep those. Yeah, that might even work to just keep those where they are. Is this the one that I was working on? That I wanted to keep? It was, okay. Didn't want to do half the work here and half the work elsewhere, and then realized I'd have to redo some of it. And then I guess I kind of want it all the way up to the top. Okay. I'll keep going with this. I will leave it open for the train station area, because those windows look nice. Yeah. There we go. I like that a lot better, having a uniform pillar that goes all the way up and down. I think it's going to help tie the different floors of the building together a little bit better. And then I can open this one up. Or can I? Not really, because that's where the full frame window tries to collide with this block so that it gets hidden. If I want the train station to stay as it is, which I kind of do. I do like it. Then we're probably going to have that at least on the station level. I really like this basic wall, though. I mean, the frames also look good. Is it better with frames or better with windows? I think it could honestly be both. It could go both ways. Let's try and just keep the frame windows going. So I'll cut out as many of these as I can. Otherwise, we'll just have walls all the way up. Which, I mean, I guess I can kind of just cut out as many of these as I want, because there's nothing here. Let's keep these ones walls. And then that goes into another pillar here. It's so much more vibrant up here. It's crazy how the different floors of this building look so different because of the swamp. Alright. I'm gonna have to find a better way to connect this to the pillars, because I think this is not so good. Down here I was just transitioning to regular 4-meter foundations. I don't know that that looks so good. But I guess it's what I'm doing for now. And one more. Oh, this is sticking out. You don't want that. Want it to respect the curve. Leave that at the forefront. It's hard to tell that there's even that little bit of texture there on the stations now, that the pillars kind of come all the way out. Maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing for them to just be straightened. We definitely don't need the foundations all the way down here. We can have this also be some window action. I'll just go all the way up with it. Yeah, except for here. Where we'll go back to regular walls. They should probably be doors. Yeah, because that's where the elevator's going to come out at on each floor. Ramp walls up top. Maybe I'll try and mimic this on each floor. How much is that? 5? Probably disable the windows. Disable? Delete. That actually kind of works out nicely. Because that doesn't collide with the circle. And then after this floor, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back with this one. 2 more windows. Beams and signs. Beams and signs. But in this case, just beams. Oh, that was not the way that I thought I was nudging that. Also boots and cats. Is it boots and pants? Boots and pants and boots and pants. That doesn't really sit right with the curvature around it. It's a nice attempt, but if I want to do something like this, I think I probably have to match the curve. Or at least segment it, like set it apart from the curve enough that it doesn't look like it's conflicting. Maybe if it's down one more. I don't know if that feels like it conflicts. I don't think it does too much. But there's an 8-meter wall, isn't there? 8-meter ramp wall. Maybe that would feel even less like it has a problem. Or instead of this, could I just do more of this? If I wanted to do that, it might get in the way of the elevator. It's the only thing. Benefit of doing it down there is I can do the full foundation. Mm-mm. I don't know. Let me see. This is all white down here. I guess I can't cleanly fill this in with wall. Unless I do a border around it. I think I'll just leave the bottom alone. And have the top be its own thing. I don't think that weird shape was working. Straight up and down just walls is okay. It's actually not bad. It'd be better if the LOD for the elevator wasn't 5 feet in front of me. That's pretty nice. What about reducing the texture by changing them to regular basic walls instead? Or just frames. I don't know. The window, I kind of don't want to do the window if I can't do the other design, so maybe just frames is good. Or dogs, when their owners has an anger problem, I hope they don't run away. Makes me nervous. Yikes. I hate hearing that. Hopefully puppers are okay. Maybe I do close it off. I think it's actually better closed off. Now that I see the alternative. Very minor coughs. The owner is quick to blame something, but doesn't have anything to blame. What? That sounds psychotic. What do you mean? Like he's blaming the dog for coughing? I must be misunderstanding. Oh, maybe the window all the way up is the play. I was thinking it would look weird to go around the curve, but it does not. It actually looks great. Okay. I was silly. Egg on my face. human dropping food or whatever. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. Sometimes animals just kind of stupid. My cat just likes to choke himself for fun. Well, you know, the cat that I used to have. That was his favorite pastime. Everything is someone else's fault. Yeah, psychotic, once again. Okay, that looks much better. Elevator's fucking with me, but other than that, that looks really good. Going all the way up. And I'll just have this wall section down here. But the rest of it can be like this. Alright. As long as I can keep that up, we're gonna have a nice place to have an elevator attached to every floor. Within the height of the elevator, which is, you know, not very high. How are you dogs that you stay with? Pretty well mannered? No. No, not very well mannered at all. They are very... They very much do not understand personal space. They're not trained at all. One of them will just, like, torpedo himself at your face. So you have to watch out for him just deciding that he wants to do that. He's a little shithead. The only saving grace is that he's adorable. He pisses everywhere. He's actually so bad that my sister's looking to rehome him. Because it just can't continue. Really unfortunate. He's a really sweet boy, but he has never been trained. He has really bad separation anxiety, I think. That's probably why he pees everywhere. So, not good. Very much not good. Yeah, I really hate this block right here. Gonna have to address that somehow. But other than that, I really like the way that this support pillar is turning out. I like how it's coming together. And it's still gonna leave plenty of room for me to run things in between this space. It looks a lot thicker now. I guess I'll need to do something on the outside of the building too, and that will probably inform how the walls look. They were spoiled rotten. It turns out that also, I didn't know this, but apparently pit bulls are very allergic to like fucking everything. So we can't actually like give them food anymore. Because Thaddeus, the one who pisses everywhere, that's his title. That's his, like, he selected that as his WoW drop down. Click your title. Thaddeus, the guy who pisses everywhere. He's allergic to something, and we don't know what. So we just can't give him any food. Other than his, like, prescribed food. Because it hurts him and it causes him to break out in hives. He's got a lot of problems. He's a problematic boy. Oh, that looks really good continuing up the building. Are those supports actually the same as the ones below them, though? Yeah, they look like they are. Thaddeus, pisser of cuteness. Yeah, sure. Tiny bladdered one. No, his bladder's normal size. He's just a dickhead. Thaddeus, professional dickhead. I guess it's gonna look a little weird in here for this to be like this. I wanted it to be like this so that I could have the trains flow through them. I guess they still can do that. I'm gonna have to settle on some design elements and then work I'm definitely gonna have to rework some of the other building stuff over there to bring it back in line. Okay, well I think this little pillar is probably gonna take me longer than I thought. I think I'm gonna head out a little bit early today. My voice is still a bit fucked up, and I'm gonna give it some time to rest. But pretty good progress today. I got some extra work done on the support beams. I got some designs that I like down. I got some more stuff blueprinted, and the garage is tiled a little bit, so that's very nice. Nothing's hooked up yet, but it looks really cool. So yeah, we're gonna hang out. Head out, not hang out. That's the opposite. Love the saucers? Thanks. Yeah, actually, before I do go, take a look at it from a little bit further away. Yeah, this is kind of what the bottom of the building is going to look like. With all of the little garages just sticking out at the bottom. Maybe not over there, though. I still don't know what's happening over here. Because those areas don't actually need garages, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Sorry for the little bit of a shorter stream. Still trying to recover. Oh, but I will be back tomorrow for some more. We'll just keep working on this. Wherever the day takes us. Probably try and finish up the garage and the supports. See you, Feldy. Have a good one. Bye, Brett. See you, Rice. Cheers, brother. Take care, everybody. Have a nice rest of your Thursday evening. I'll see you around. I guess you go now, bye. Yeah, Popeye, this time I go now, bye. turning the tables on you. Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out today. See you tomorrow.